Let us continue playing Endless Space. When we last left off, our left G key is apparently clicked on, so we don't want that to happen. Moving on from that though, we have a missionary ship created here, which will go off to the Phasia system and take that for us, because it has resources that might actually be somewhat useful. And the system's actually reasonably happy. We want to do moon survey, meteor strikes, but they're not high priority. Want to get that done. Want to get that done because I'll balance that out. Some more production. Planetary Institute we can probably buy for it because that's a cheap enough thing to just get on the system. That and that for more production. Then moon surveying and whatever. Not planning an awful lot for this system, just pretty much getting the Adamantin, which is still 2 production, 1 science on the world, so hooray. That's a good science production world, can't complain. Meanwhile, fleet movement. The Virak system is nearly ours, and I might actually trade ZU over to Virak if that's a better system. I don't know just yet. In the meantime, though, we have things that are going on over here, because the enemy do not want to leave us alone, do they? And I'm debating things here, I think. The Vindicator 9 needs to go and support over there. That needs to go to there as well, I think. No, maybe not. Well, either way, we're going to sort out our fleets, make sure that we got everything sort of strengthened up there. We know they can come in from multiple directions, and they're still one of the more prominent threats on the board. A load of Vindicator 8s. This is our backup fleet. It's generally okay there. In fact, I might move this fleet to go and deal with you. Move over there. Engage fleet. Let's see, just put up a barrier. Engineering, and they should be fine. Mostly just dealing with the people who slipped past our net at this stage. And I believe they are also destroyed because no, they might still be right there actually. Darn you. Darn you and your duck bombs. Right. So that's going to blockade. That is going to... Oh, there we go. They don't like us blockading. Go sabotage. Engineering. We still have a major advantage here, even with our slightly weakened fleet. And in fact, if they kill one of them off, which they didn't actually. Yeah, you blockade as well, actually. Disband that. We can then go and find our better ships. 2 Vindicator 9s, create... No, disband that one. Vindicator 9, create, merge. Right, so 16,000 fleet there guarding the Lonica system is pretty much... You have warp engines. Awesome. Awesome, but does mean that we've got to be aware of that, I suppose. Moving around, we have a reasonably sized fleet heading there, but we're going to take the Virak system well before that's a problem. And these can always come back. That's my QAPO travel to sets us there. Rambling. End turn. So we now have our black hole mining sorted out. Also need to have a quick look at our finances because we dropped quite a lot of money here. Correction, we gained quite a lot of money there. You now move on. We can give you wits free, I think, which will probably be worth it. In fact, we gained 2 levels. Or did we? No, we have 2 levels. Okay. So, plus 10 science on the star system or plus 10 gold. I think we don't need the gold. We'll go for the veteran ability there. Dismiss. 4 units of red sang back in the Empire. Black hole mining. So we now have plus 25. And Quadrinix has now been discovered. And this, I believe, means we can now unlock every single one of our... Yeah, alright, so you gained 2 levels, that's what that was about. Right, now we just need to find, where is it, Janus? I believe it's you. Soil Summoner, which will go there. Also, Temple of Architectural, yeah, that's a So that system is actually quite good for production now. The Lonica system has the Polaris Workshop, which is already unlocked. That should be... Yeah, that's already unlocked, so the Sensor Platform now doing its thing. Star System, plus free ship experience on the Empire, and additional hit points on this system. So we're going to turn this into our high production system type, well, maybe a high production system type thing. Rambling, yay! Quartasium installation needs to be built because that is a size B / resource and additional production, happiness, whatever. Next thing after that is additional food because we can. Yeah, we have way too much money coming in at this stage of the game. Let's go to there. Oh, no, we'll go to there. 15%. We're going to take actually lots and lots of cash. So that'll allow us to rush things. Meanwhile, speaking of things that need to be rushed, you head over there, but you have just warped in. That's why you can't for the moment. We have our backup fleet, of course, so I'm going to create that. Send you over to Fidus. There, you are blockading, and you are blockading as well. Next up, yet more Vindicator ships because we are going to take these planets off them. Oops, done it. Right, I can disband those. Select one of them, create. It does seem to do this oddly. I'm sure I just asked for one. Create. There we go. Merge. Then I can create the secondary fleet and basically join that all up. In fact, I'm going to move this to the Hadar system. I'm going to change tack to build our backup fleet there. Moving on from that, Bani I think can swap out what it was doing because we do need a bit more. We do need a bit more food there, but we're going to put you onto science production now because we have a lot of money coming in. So, Fundus. Could turn that into a trade world, I suppose, but nah, we're going to turn that to science production. It's one of our major ones, so that will have cut some of it down. Next up over here, Galtar can change to science, and so can Ibella. Right, that means we're producing plus 3 to 8, and a lot more science is being produced. We're now up to 7,600 science a turn, and I have queued up end game sort of science at this stage. Pangalactic Society is the scientific victory thing there, which we'll get in 159 turns. But for there's certain the tech on each of the other trees, Wired Galaxy over there, extreme consumption over there, and also down here. Yeah, both of these actually, which basically reduce the science cost of this final thing. So yeah, I've also queued up additional missiles, additional various things, but basically most of that's pretty much irrelevant. We're still looking towards the. Hold on, you actually now should be building other things. Go and explore your moon. Think of sweeping. Don't need the farming actually particularly. Go build that. Go build that. And oh, and then there's the very important taxing. Right, with all of that done, let's end the turn. And enjoy the mass amount of money that's coming in at the moment. So we now possess Voidstone, which increases our healing. Gonus now has a temple of the whatever. Oh, and there is a combat going on here. So engineering repair, armor repair, go. Also, they are setting up down here by the look of it. I was about to say that should be securing that one. Alright, Right, Vindicator moves to Setsus because we do see that they are sending in a couple of fleets which are strong enough to threaten. In the meantime, over here we have pretty much a worthless world. Worthless world, it's a worthless system mostly, but doesn't mean other things aren't. Let's go over there. Oh, we found the home system, and we also found a leader. It's a good thing to find early. It's not their best leader, of course, but still, if we can take one of their leaders out for a while. Excellent. We can also then go fleet engage, to engage the other one that's there. Go engineering. Mass load of engineering bonuses. Go. Fleet destroyed. Conquer in 4 turns. That's another home system which will be ours. I'm fairly confident that you can deal with whatever happens here. Let's go engineering. Sabotage. Sabotage. Don't need to worry about it with just the one warrior, but still, for completing this. Next up, we need you to go and lock that system out. They're coming at us with something at the moment. It might be that might end up being a threat. And while it's not great support, I suppose there's no harm in sending you over to help. Merge up. Right. Continue movements. So now I have the fleet merged there. Yeah, this will work out in our favour. Half's building additional construction bits there. Fatia doesn't have anything else to do, does it? Can we actually repair some of the negative effects here? Possibly. Could start converting some of the worlds, which is quite fun, but we'll leave that one for now. All your moons have been explored. You haven't quite maxed out your population, so you might as well build that. And science. Hadar. This is probably why I got all the massive money bonuses, to be really honest. Hadar produces a bucket load of food. Don't need to worry about that. So stop that for now. We want that for increased population, and then you can go back to money. Yeah, that's why I had a money surge earlier, isn't it? Because I had both of those systems doing things. At the very least, we can afford a small negative there, so it's all fine. Bundus can actually go back to money in the short term, because that should, yeah, minus 27. We can afford minus 27. Phages is now also up to size 2. Empty Moon, wherever that was. The mini system, which now isn't doing a lot. Go build that, then go build that. More science. Oh, I haven't got plenty. This must be something I've just recently conquered. Go build that first. There's one moon that's doing something though. Which one's that? Holy Helix, so that's additional science generation for science. So you can move on to that once that's done. Right, moving on here. You're still securing that system for us. We have a Defender 4 that was built there for no obvious reason, so I'll scrap it actually. It might have had a use with one of the fleets that's flying around, but I don't believe we have to worry about that anymore. You are just sending silly things against us at this stage. So I shall say no. Thank you. And that gives us our Red Sang money bonus back, which, yeah, minus 56. Not too concerned. Returns to Lezeth. Another one built there. Backup fleet on Hadar. Yeah, we will be going to war with them sooner or later. It's without a shadow of a doubt. This is a temporary thing over here. But having the backup fleet will be useful. Meanwhile, thinking about that, that's going to give a population boost. Not much can really do with this system, really. No point in giving it the food production things just yet. I suppose giving it the two, turning it into another sort of production hub might be useful, I suppose. Quadronics. So that's actually not a bad system to go and grab, I suppose. It's just the happiness levels which are the issue, I suppose. Ways doing things there. NSR's building things there. You might as well take that because you need the additional happiness. And Chris is not doing an awful lot, but again, more happiness. Be more happy. We command it. Plus 146. Alright. End the turn. And so the conquest of the galaxies continues. So they've arrived at Setsus, and they're going to have to consider things here because they're not strong enough to deal with this fleet by a long way. Lots of things converted into money now, so I'm up to 455 and nearly 8,000 research a turn. More Vindicator 9s. Actually, I should really have upgraded them to Vindicator 10s because I've now got the additional... Ooh, a second. That's a little worry. It's a minor thing, I know, but... Alright, upgrade. So we now have more of them. Apply. We can then upgrade Paladins as well, I think. So they're now upgraded to Railguns. It's not changed reliance though, I suppose, if we're still going to bother with these sort of things. Can get to there. Right, strangely, there's none of them were upgraded, so did I not... Oh, I didn't modify the Vindicators. Whoops. Right, there we go. That's Plasma Shields, Smart Cargo. There we go. And 21 ships are now upgraded to Vindicator 10s, so excellent. Sort out movement. Merge fleets. 8,100 over there. Right. To battle, good sir. Your Phoenix ship is no match for us. Managed to do a fighting withdrawal. It probably destroyed you. Alright, can't engage a second battle this turn. Over here, we just have this fleet and additional things that are being built. So I shall end the turn there. Hurrah, we've now got to... This is turn 6 of this video, I believe. Yes, apologies for the mass slowdown, but this is what happens when you have an empire this size to manage. Right, to do auto moves. You can engage in combat because, yeah, they just... No. They've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're in fact destroyed. Setsus is safe, and you can now move over to that system, which is a lot better one to defend. Not that they're getting by it. Meanwhile, over here, we can go and engage their one ship they actually sent against us. Well, good luck. You're not winning, though. Even against some of our oldest ships. One turn until we take the Lezev system off them. Heading round, we have a Vindicated 10. Hooray! Might actually swap the fleets over once we're done there, because this is obviously, because it's all Vindicator 9s, it's actually going to be a stronger fleet than this once it's finished. Meanwhile, you have decided to come and seek us again. So this I say, why? We're not moving the fleet away so you can come in and try and invade us. It's not happening. As soon as I can build, as soon as I can be bothered to actually, once I've conquered this place, you're next, by the way. It's not, you're not lasting very long here. Alright, plus 99, we have... Do we actually have any space for additional heroes? No, we don't have enough room in our academy. I think I did queue up some academy cap increases, but I think they might be way off, so... Not to worry. next thing we need to do with that after that is probably improve. Alright. That can go second. Natural Institute. It then needs something to improve its something like that, so it can get additional population. It then needs that later, I suppose. Yeah, we'll buy that for it, because then it gets additional population available. It does actually need something other than that, actually, thinking about this. What it needs is that, which will build for it as well. So excellent. Those two things will be done. It'll then be able to support additional food. We'll have our Void Stone increase. We can go fixing the meteor strikes at some stage, I suppose. And then we can move on to the other terrible systems that are actually terrible planets that are in that system. Alright, Free Fleet's not doing anything. You're defending the half system. You're defending the Hadar system. And you're merging with that. Yeah, they have warp capabilities, so they are actually travelling without the star lanes at the moment. Which might be the only way they can actually connect certain bits of their empire, depending on how this is set up. Right, resilient infrastructures means we now have living hulls, which are a lot better than that. And this is what we went for next, which is the 100% food surplus into production. Next up, they want to have a ceasefire, and they're offering us here to do that. We're not going to accept or refuse that just yet, because I don't actually know where the here system is. It's not there. Right, so if we went like that, we can go additional taxation, we can go planetary exchange first, that. Because this is the first actual system that you've actually given us as actually of any use. I'm guessing that's it, but let's actually have a look at it first before they... Oh, here's not a bad system. It would lock them into one. And it would give us the Fulcrum Siphon as well, which we can activate. I'll accept that. So, the here system is now ours. We don't have to pay for it. Excellent. And also they're ecstatic about the whole turn of events. So, yay! In the meantime, we can... Oh, it's technically blockaded. That's why I can't activate it, because it's blockaded. Right. Additional things there. The moon has been explored and has a reasonable population on it, actually, so more food can go there. That. And Planetary Institute before that. Okay. So, they're basically dealt with. I'm still gonna conquer them because... Oh, actually, no. What I'll do is I'll have that on the laser system. Then they're going to move this fleet all the way over to Lonica. Except that they're blockading us in at the moment. I do not approve of this. Also, Bunless, we're going to switch to science production for now. Because I want that upgrade if we can. And Yukta 166, 9,000 research a turn. And if we transform the Airy system to that as well. Yeah, we're still in profit, and we've now cut that down by a turn. Excellent. But yeah, bonus food into production is awesome. Right, your military strength has changed the image in the eyes of other factions. Clearly you're a power to be respected rather than mocked. Neutral. Okay. Half has finished what it was doing over here. And they're unhappy, but we'll go and fix that momentarily. You can build that, and then... I suppose there's no harm in having the additional food now. And then you can go science after that. Where is that half system anyway? Oh, it's the one over here. Right. So, having done all that, 2 indicated 10s, you head over there. I thoroughly expect to fight on multiple fronts at some stage in the near future, so let's create that engage fleet. Yeah, now we're going into the Soas over there. They are in retreat. Next up, we want our big fleet to go and try and crush them. Engage. They are destroyed. Next turn, I think I'll actually be able to search for this first. Head over there. Ooh, they didn't like that at all, did they? Alright, sabotage, engineering for repairs. Now I might actually go and attack it if this is overly successful. As it happens, it was. So, goodbye defense, hello attack. If they do try and sneak around, which they might well consider, they're no longer blockading that system, so we can have you get a high-speed Thessalonica system. Or as high speed as you can manage, and this means that the here system can now go and finish off the Fulcrum Siphon, which is ship cost reduction and also faster ships. And we can actually purchase this for a mere 383, so yeah, we're going to purchase that. Happiness on the system as well, actually, so that'll help there. Meanwhile then, we end the turn. So yeah, you declared war on us. We are now just we're gonna just basically push you right back. Ionic crystals, titanium isn't a great reason to go and try and take the world, but border conflicts, they don't like it. Well, it's tough on them. They're the ones with all the fleets flying around, and they're probably the fleet. That's actually the fleet that's probably second. Is this one most likely? Also, I do notice that the Green Empire has decided to advance a little. Right, begin conquering. 4 turns, it reckons. Meanwhile, we can flip you back there. In fact, we flip you back the long way round, and we'll have you engage here. And because we don't need you on the attack just yet, we'll better to have you blockading the system until we can get additional support in. Right, the Andromeda system has done pretty much everything it needs to do. We'll go and build that. Explore the moon for no reason. Careful sweeping, because, yeah, careful sweeping. Factories, and that. Next up, what do we want next up, actually? Oh yeah, next up, you. Create and move. Yeah, they've got a lot of strong fleets floating around here, and they are considering. I might have to attack and kill those. Just a friendly reminder that we're not going to let them just wander wherever they want. These are our systems now, not theirs. Right. And now that that's done, more happiness on that system once it's built. While you're heading over there, not to worry. You're stuck there, which is good because they're not going to be able to beat that system for pretty much forever. Just one fort, which I'm going to do quickly. Let's modify Truth Seeker to actually do what it's supposed to. So we now have better sensors, we have railguns, we have much more cargo space. What can we actually do with these, I suppose? Give it more weapons, I guess, but nah. We'll just give it a living hulls upgrade. That's one there. We'll then give it armor. There we go. Apply. The main reason I want to do that is because I actually would like to see what they've got there. So, a Truth Seeker 3. Well, very, very pricey actually. Probably not a bad idea. Probably. Right. Let's go and merge those up. So that's 14,000 back there. We've still got 4 points, 4 ships to go on it, including that one and 3 more that are being built. And then we have 2 fleet, and we can then continue our attack on Turkana. In turn for now. Alright, we're about the half-hour mark, so I'm going to end after this turn, I think. Okay. They believe we've been fairly honourable with our peace, so they're actually not at all bothered about us destroying that entire fleet of ships. Okay, go figure. They're not bothered. I don't mind. Gives me more time to actually build up a secondary fleet. Which I'm thinking increasingly might have to go over here. There's 2 empires at war, but they're the big threat. If you look at the points value here, they are the big threat now by quite a large degree. Let's see, we're still unchallenged on FIDS. Fleet strength, in terms of actual command points, are actually 3rd, but then you can just see how many fleets the Sherendon Empire has around. And that will probably explain that one. Right, merge up to 1500. Yeah, we're definitely swapping leaders over once that's done, because that's a much higher value fleet here. Nearly all Vindicator 9s and 10s. Nothing else we really need to do here. That's virtualization in 3 turns, which will be awesome once we get that done. Gunners can actually probably swap to... Oh, actually, we don't have... Build that. Once you've built that, build that. And once you've built that, go that. And once you've done that, do that. You can switch to science for now. For science. And... you, unless you've got anything you urgently need. Science. If we put you into science, that would probably actually take us over, wouldn't it? No, actually, that's just in the +1. I'm just seeing if I can rush this a little faster, but we can't quite. Not going to get another turn out of it, certainly. Right. So this is Shadow 2012. We are entering turn 138. So until next time.